Hello, this is Chetan Narula reporting for Cricket World, and my current pit stop is Newlands Stadium in Cape Town, one of the most gorgeous venues in world cricket. Just look at the background here, the tabletop mountain, a beautiful lush green outfield here at the Newlands. Not as green as it should have been perhaps because of the prevalent drought in Cape Town at the moment. Two-minute showers for everyone recommended who's visiting the city, and a daily requirement of just 87 litres of water. But the message from the City Council is to save or preserve as much water as possible. It's been a tough couple of months for the folk of Cape Town, but they are still very much energized and excited about the arrival of the world's #1 test side, that is India, to their shores. And this is the first test that we're going to talk about, South Africa versus India, starting on Friday here at this very ground. And first of all, it's going to be about the pitch. Over towards my right, it's been the hot topic of discussion over the last week or so. It's a green top. Despite the drought, it's been watered well by the groundsman. It's a green top, and he's talking a lot about pace and bounce. And the other thing that he's talking about is a lack of spin. So South Africa don't want any spin, obviously. They remember what happened in 2015 when Ashwin and Jadeja bowled against them in India. So they don't want a repetition of that. They don't want any spin on the pitch whatsoever, but they want ample pace and bounce. And it will be a huge factor in the team selection for both South Africa and India. Talking about South Africa first, they're contemplating whether to go in with 3 pacers and the 1 spinner. You know, with the Dale Steyn returning to the side, it's become a bit more difficult. They want to go in with 4 pacers as well because the pitch, like I said, is a bit wet, it's a bit green. The sun is out. It's been out for the last couple of days, but it's still a huge factor with Dale Steyn coming back in the test squad for South Africa. So they are contemplating whether to go in with 3 pacers and the spinner, left-arm spinner Keshav Maharaj, who's done really well for South Africa recently. But there's a small thinking that says, okay, it should not be just Vernon Philander, Morne Morkel and Kagiso Rabada, but somehow they would want to fit in Dale Steyn in as well. The good news is Faf du Plessis and Quinton de Kock have both recovered from their injuries and are available for the test match, which means that Tembo Bavuma might have to sit out this game, and they also want to fit in AB de Villiers somehow in the playing 11. So a lot of permutations and combinations up in the air for South Africa. They want to consider their batting lineup. They want to consider whether they want to play with 4 bowlers or 5 bowlers with 4 pacers or 3 pacers. Chris Morris, an all-rounder, he's also in contention. So a lot needs to be considered for South Africa given the pitch. They want to play as per conditions. They want to take it match by match, and they certainly have the firepower to do so. A bit of a good news, bad news situation for India meanwhile. Shikhar Dhawan is fully fit. He had a bit of an injured ankle when he took the flight to South Africa, but he's recovered completely, and he took a couple of laps of the ground yesterday. He batted for around 20 minutes twice in the nets yesterday, so he's fit and raring to go. He's been declared fit, so he's expected to partner with Murali Vijay at the top of the lineup. KL Rahul will have to wait his chance. The bigger question is about the bowling combination again for India. The bad news, like I said, good news was Shikhar Dhawan's availability. The bad news is Ravindra Jadeja is a doubtful starter for this test match. He's down with viral infection and he's being treated in a local hospital. He is expected to be fit, to be in contention, expected to be fit and in contention for this test match. But, still a doubtful starter, and you think if India just want to play just the 1 spinner, they might as well play Ravichandran Ashwin. The bigger question is whether to go in with 3 pacers or 3 pacers and 1 spinner, or 3 pacers, 1 spinner and an all-rounder or an extra batsman. You know, Rohit Sharma is in tremendous form. He had a century at Nagpur, he had a double 100 at Mohali, and then he had another T20 100 as well. So he scored 100 in all 3 formats before this series. How do you drop an in-form batsman like that? Alternately, you have Ajinkya Rahane, who's not been in the best of forms, but he's the Indian vice captain. He has a very good record in South Africa the last time he came here in 2013. So you can't just drop the vice captain in the first match of a long overseas schedule. So it's a bit of a quandary for India. they might just go in with 6 batsmen plus the wicketkeeper batsman Ridhiman Saha, and then the 4 bowlers, 3 pacers Mohammad Shami, Bhuvneshwar Kumar, Ishant Sharma, and the lone spinner in Ravichandran Ashwin. So that would be a very balanced Indian lineup. But there's a lot of talk about the pitch. There's a lot of talk about how this Indian team has turned a corner. They want to be good travellers. They're certainly the world's best side in Test cricket as per rankings. And South Africa was just having in the press conference of Faf du Plessis, he says that South Africa haven't forgotten the conditions they played in 2015 when they visited India, and there is some record that needs to be settled with this Indian side. So a lot of talk. Yesterday Vernon Philander saying that he's not sure whether the Indians are already good travellers, and they will find out after how this first test pans out. Well, all I can say is there's a lot of excitement, there's a lot of anticipation about this test match, and we just can't wait for ball 1 on Friday morning.